Good morning. Last time I finished up Mug without and forgot to roll for his HP. I did after the stream, and as you can see, he only has 6 HP. I rolled a 5. He gets a +1 Constitution, unlike everyone else. But outside of Mug, everyone actually had pretty good rolls. Anyway, so Gabe, I said half-orc charlatan paladin, you know, in the AI generator, and they made him look more like a tiefling. But I just like the way he's standing here makes me think that, you know, he is like an old charlatan. I used to be a snake oil salesman, but now I'm an adventurer or something like that. Wrath, the dwarf, she looks younger than she is. I was thinking she's probably around 60, which is still pretty young for a dwarf. It'd be like 20 for a human or something, because I think they live till they're about 400 or 500 or something. Eska, the sage sorcerer, who I believe is also evil, right? Or was Wrath the evil one? I don't remember now. I remember one of them was evil. No, she's chaotic good. Okay, maybe it's Wrath who's the evil one. Gotta remember this. We have 2 paladins, Wrath, and last thing I have to decide is either milestones or XP. I mean, both of them seem pretty hardcore to me in different ways, though. You know, XP, you have to, like, get your own levels, right? So maybe that's more hardcore. But with milestones, you might stay in a level for longer than necessary, depending. And I could say, unlike what the adventures say, something to the effect of, like, in order to get a milestone, you have to beat a boss or something, or the equivalent of a boss, what I consider the equivalent of a boss. Stuff like that. Like, I think in the Sunless Citadel, there's like a huge battle at the end of the first dungeon, or the first map, you know, because there's like 2 maps. Or it's like a big battle with a bunch of orcs and stuff. I don't know if it's like a huge thing, though. But XP might be more fair ultimately, and more hardcore in that way, or roguelike, I should say. Hardcore is the World of Ios thing. Anyway, that's something I had to decide, though, you know, milestones or XP, I don't know. Maybe I should decide this randomly, too. Sure, I'll roll a d4 on a 1 or 2. We'll do milestones. This is so stupid. This will probably decide everything forever. So 1 or 2, we said milestones, so it's milestones now. That's fine, it's easier to keep track of. And that's how it's decided. And yeah, I think I will make it maybe a little harder, just saying, like, in order to gain a milestone, you have to beat a boss, which it's a bit arguable what that might be, but I have, I think, something in mind for the Sunless Citadel, like where those bosses are, for example. And because of that, I might make the bosses harder. I don't know yet. Some of them are pretty hard, and these dungeons are supposed to be hard, you know? And like I said before, this will kind of be me practicing with storytelling, along with practicing with all these characters in this new style of play. So, let's start the story. Once upon a time... I'll never start another story like that. Once upon a time, in the land of Faerun, there were 4 adventurers. So 4 adventurers were sitting at a bar. Well, actually only 3 were sitting at the bar, and the oldest man any one of them had ever seen, his face is covered in scars, comes running in and saying, "I have an adventure. I need more adventurers to help me." Wrath, who is also a sailor and had worked with Mug in the past, kind of just rolls her eyes and says, "Oh no, Mug, not another one of your harebrained schemes." Eska and Gabe, who had just been sitting nearby at the time, Eska being a priest to the Temple of Selune. Well, if you're good and you're a cleric, this will be worshipping Selune, I guess. He's the goddess of the moon. Anyway, Eska, worshipper of Selune, who was just randomly granted powers the other day and decided to hide it from the church in order to discover if these powers have anything to do with her faith. Believing this to be fate itself, she stands and says, "I will accept this adventure, friend." And Monk says, "Good, good. Ah, Wrath, trust me, I got it. I got something good this time." "Uh-huh. Like you've ever had anything good," Wrath says. Gabe, who had just recently got run out. I think Gabe, he's a charlatan, but he's also lawful good. So I'm kind of picturing him as an orc who looks very much like a tiefling, but he's an orc who's kind of like that snake oil salesman from Red Dead Redemption, the first game. But he you know, he was like a smarmy snake oil salesman, you know, like just not always in for his own gains in a lot of ways, but he still helped Marston out, and I think he still thinks he's a good person, you know. He's maybe a little delusional in that way, but I see Gabe as being the same way. He's delusional. The reason he thinks he's he thinks he's lawful good, but he's probably at least like a bit chaotic neutral or something like that. But anyway, Gabe stands up, he's like, and thinks himself very heroic. Like, I can help you, friend. I am a very, very talented individual. Trust me. I can definitely help with this adventure. And Wrath, seeing other people get up to join and thinking to herself, like, if I don't go with them, Mug's just gonna get everybody killed. Because she's worked with him before on different ships and stuff, and knows that Mug just thinks that he's really full of himself. He, like, was an adventurer a long time ago. He's since gotten a lot weaker and older. He's maybe like 100 years old, and he's a human, so he's probably closer to death than everyone else, and doesn't really know what he's doing anymore, you know? He's like way out of the loop when it comes to most things, and he's prone to making lots of mistakes. So Wrath just gets up and like, fine, let's go. Where's this adventure, Mug? And Mug explains, why, this old woman, she told me that her children had gone missing. They went out to this place known as the Sunless Citadel, and we're gonna get rich. And she said that if their children are dead or whatever, we should just bring back their rings, and that'll be just as good. But we bring them back alive, we'll get twice as much gold. Like, how much gold? They all ask in unison. 125 gold per ring, and double that if we can bring them back alive. Wrath whistles like, woo! That's a lot of gold. Alright, I'll go. As long as you're definitely telling the truth. The hell? Why? They put the background on the token layer. Why the hell would they do that? So that's the intro, I guess. They're all ready, they all want gold, and they're all going into the woods to find the Sunless Citadel. Now here's the other intro that explains the Sunless Citadel. A dragon cult that valued privacy and defense built the Sunless Citadel on the surface long ago. All record of the cult's name has vanished, though various sources believe that it was associated with the dragon Ashardalon. The cataclysm that killed the cult members sank the fortress at the same time. Because of residual enchantments, much of the structure survived its descent into the earth. With the cultists dead, goblins and other creatures moved in, and they have survived here for hundreds of years. The goblins, which belong to the Roguelike tribe, dominator in Goblin, once patrolled the area around the ravine to rob passerbys. But now, with the old road having fallen out of use, the goblins rarely pay much attention to this entrance anymore. Also, a tribe of kobolds has recently moved in to challenge the goblins' ownership of the fortress. Both groups are skirmishing as they vie for control, and they're not overly concerned about the possibility of intruders. Thus, the cleft offers the characters a good opportunity to gain entry to the dungeon without attracting attention. The missing party that came here before did much the same. The rope left tied to the pillar near the ravine is theirs, though the kobolds, area 13 to 24, and the goblins, area 31 to 34, claim the Sunless Citadel as their property. They've never visited all of its chambers. They avoid entering the most secluded parts of the grove level. In the past, they feared that the hidden grove was haunted. With the arrival of Belek, the outcast, 12 years ago, that belief is vindicated. He orders the goblins to distribute the midsummer fruit each year, and the goblins obey him out of fear. Okay, that's the backstory of the dragon cult, or the Sunless Citadel. Not that our player characters would know that. But this story's third-person omniscient, baby! Anyway, the overgrown old road winds through rocky downs, near stands of old-growth oak, and past abandoned farms. It is 7 miles from Oakhurst to the Sunless Citadel. So 7 miles later, 7 miles of traveling. During this time, they get to know each other a little bit. Gabe explains that, I used to sell this magical potion, he says, taking out one of his snake oil bottles, that would cure all ills, but, some people don't appreciate good craft, good alchemy. He puts it back in his coat. Wrath kind of side-eyes him, but doesn't say anything. Eska says to that, we had a potion maker at the church. They were very good. Are you aware of the potion makers of the Order of Salune? And Gabe just like, yeah, I think they have something to do with that. Something in common with the potions I make, I believe. Mug's leading, I guess. Well, that's quite good, quite good. Are we there yet? He says to Mug. Mug's like, almost there. I was assured this was the direction we needed to go in. I assure you this is the right direction. The old road passes to the east of a narrow ravine. At the road's closest approach to the cleft, several broken pillars jut from the earth where the ravine widens. Two of the pillars stand straight, but most lean atop sloped earth. Others are broken, and several have apparently fallen into the dark depths. A few similar pillars are visible in the opposite side of the ravine. Sturdy knotted rope is tied to one of the leaning pillars on this side of the ravine. And they show up right there. We're giant. How'd that happen? That's what happened. You visit Giant Town for too long. Just wait an hour and it'll wear off. I just made it bigger so you could see them better in the last scene. Now they're small. A sandy ledge overlooks a subterranean gulf of darkness to the west. The ledge is wide but rough. Sand, rocky debris, and the bones of small animals covered it. A rough-hewn stairwell zigs and zags down the side of the ledge, descending into darkness. Oh, this is what happens when they climb down that rope. Whoops. So, Mug takes the initiative and climbs down first. Doink. For some reason I thought this was at the top and the rope was led downward, but I see the stairs lead downward now. My bad. I misunderstand things sometimes. Anyway, so they climb down the rope and land down here. Mug is first to come down. It's building a fire for some reason. The first fight. Some part of me wants to add another giant rat to this just to make it an even fight. You know, just 4 versus 4. I mean, they're not going to win, giant rats, but... So yeah, I will. Again, this is more about the story, and if I think something seems more interesting to the story, I'm going to do it. So let's copy and add, and copy and paste another giant rat. And then they all pop up. Everyone roll for initiative. All these go to the different layer tokens. Right? Yeah, okay. Do the giant rats first. Get them on there. So we have 2 paladins, a fighter, and a warlock. Or is she a sorcerer? I think I called her sorcerer earlier, but I think she's a warlock. Yeah, great old one warlock. But she thinks that Salune did it. And she thinks she's a sorcerer. Yes, I must be. And she goes first. Ah, giant rats! She screams girlishly and steps back here. She's never seen a giant rat before because she grew up in a church. She steps back here and out of fear, she will cast Frostbite at the one right there. Frostbite. Oh, they get a Constitution saving throw. Failures. It takes 5 cold damage. But it's still alive. So now the giant rats go. They all go in a row. Oh, except one. So this one goes first. And they get pack tactics. Uh-oh. So this one, closest one's Mug. He'll just rush up and attack Mug. Mug's just like, I can take it. I'm the greatest adventurer in all the world. Because he's maybe old and a bit senile. That missed though. Next one. This one will just quickly rush up to attack Wrath. Whoa, critical hit. Wrath goes down right away. Boink. Currently unconscious. Alright. Maybe 3 rats was good and I shouldn't have changed it. Oh well. Just want the first fight to be interesting. So she's down. And I guess because she's down, this one will ignore that one and try to attack one of these 2. I'll roll a d4 on a 1 or 2. I'll attack Eska. 3 or 4 attack Gabe. 1 or 2 attack Eska. Makes sense, actually, because she's attacked that one. 14. Eska's health is 12, so 4 piercing damage. It's Mug's turn. Mug probably doesn't even notice Wrath is down, because he's too distracted by this rat, so he'll just attack the rat back. Attack back the rat. With his 1 javelin. No. Longbow, but he doesn't have any arrows. And it's been totally weird. So his scimitar, final decision. Oh, the hits just for 2 damage though, right? Because his strength is -1. I guess he uses dexterity with the scimitar though. Okay, not too bad. He just rolled a 1. 2 damage. Gabe circles around here to give 1 HP to Wrath. And she's up again. She's still prone though. Do a good one for prone or anything. Sure, I'll do that. She's prone, but she has 1 HP thanks to his lay on hands. Right? He's the paladin, right? Yeah, he's a paladin, so it's Mug. Okay. Last giant rat will run up to attack Mug. Oh, and I forgot about pack tactics, so he gets advantage on its attack. It still misses though. Mug's hanging in there. Yeah, he's like a 16, yeah. He is an 18. Does he get a shield? Maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, so our health, our AC is not too bad. Wrath stands, taking half her movement. Not that she'll use any more movement, she's going to attack one of the rats right there. And she'll attack the one that's already fairly injured. With her halberd, 17, that definitely hits. 6 slashing damage, and that one's down. We can beat them! Wrath says confidently, Eska. Back to the top. No, the only one that was in melee distance died. She'll move over here behind Mug, just for the extra protection, and then shoot at the one that's injured already. Doing frostbite again. I should have been told the dead. Too late now. Yeah, told the dead would have been better. Oh well. It does 1d6 cold damage. Got my Constitution save. Failure. Their spell save DC is 14 somehow. Oh right, because their Constitution's very high. She only does 2 more damage. Still kicking. So that rat goes again. Attacking Mug some more. That's not rat, that's a Wrath. Attacking Mug some more. He doesn't. Oh, he does get advantage. So 15. We need 16 to hit him. I fought dragons like you in my day, left and right. They're not dragons, they're rats, Wrath says. Back to Mug. And next, giant rat. That one attacks Wrath again, unfortunately. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, attacks Wrath. Doesn't get advantage though, so Wrath can easily block it. Would have blocked even with advantage. Okay, so next one is dead. Mug's turn. Mug will attack the rat that's already with his scimitar. 18, that hits. 4 slashing damage. Now Gabe's turn. He'll move up to here, standing on this fire pit, to attack this rat here. Oh right, these are both the same. I'll use short sword. Doing 9 damage. Wow, Gabe, you're really strong. Well, everyone kind of lucked out on the rolls when I did it, except for Mug. And now, for the final rat, Gabe announces as he kills that one, which is that one. So when Wrath says, I got it, no big deal. And Wrath attacks with her maul. Wait, maul does a lot of damage. Is that two-handed weapon? Oh yeah. Well, I mean, she doesn't have a shield anyway, so she might as well use the maul. Or, what's the other one? The halberd. I just want to look that up. Is that also two-handed? Because that's 1d10 plus 2, well 1d10 plus her damage modifier. The halberd is also two-handed, so she has two-handed weapons. She will use them all though. Oh, that misses. I'm too weak after falling unconscious, he says. Eska will shoot at the giant rat. I guess she'll toll the dead. That's better overall, damage-wise. Because it's either 1d8 or 1d12. So, spell DC of 14. Wisdom. Wisdom saving throw. Misses! I don't know why this doesn't roll for damage. Or did I... Wait. Okay, I guess it's just 1d8 damage, whatever. 1 damage, great. She's been doing not a whole lot of damage the whole game. 1 damage. Or 1d8. That giant rat's dead. That one's the one that's still alive and attacks Wrath some more. 16, that's just enough to hit her. 3 piercing damage. She goes down again. Alright, that's Monk's turn. And he's just gonna go up and attack the rat, knowing that if they can get the rat, they can take care of Wrath better. Just scimitar. 12, that's enough to hit it though, I think. Yep. Only 2 damage though. He looks very proud and acts like he just killed it. He's like, I don't know my own strength. Gabe's just like, you're an idiot. And Gabe will run over there and also attack the rat. With his mace this time. Oh, critical miss. Which I decided in these solo adventures, just a normal miss, but it's always a miss. The number does not matter, just always a miss. Wrath gets the opportunity to make a death saving throw. If I can remember where to make those. Oh, right there. 17, got 1 success. Blink. Eska will then toll the dead again at that rat. So that rat gets to make a wisdom saving throw. Failure. This time it's injured, so she gets to use a d12. 9 damage. She finally gets a good hit, and the rat dies. As soon as the rat dies, Gabe will run over and lay on hands Wrath again. 1 more hit point. So Wrath gets back up. And she's just like, maybe we should take a short rest. Or even a long rest, Eska says. But then she's like, actually a short rest probably good enough. One of the things it says in here is there's no random encounters until I get to area 13, I think. And I'm going to say that long resting is okay, but once there's random encounters, it's just going to be very high chance of random encounters, like 15 or more, or something like that. Which is like 30%, I think. Yeah, 30% chance of a random encounter overnight. Maybe even more than that. I'll think about it. Because these dungeons are supposed to be a lot harder. Yeah, I guess the random encounter chart here uses 6 or less. So that's the same, 30% chance. Well, maybe I'll go by that. Just go by how it says in the book. And for now, I will say that they can take a long rest. Hell with it. Even though only 2 of them really need it. And it's not like no one's used spell slots. She's the only one with spell slots, and her spells aren't that great because everything was decided randomly. I mean, Hellish Rebuke is pretty good, but she has to take... Oh, she could have done that when she took damage. Oh, well. I don't know why it says they didn't have a spell slot. Protection from good and evil, I'm never going to use that spell. So they can use long rest, and for now it's safe. And they gain their confidence. Oh, they cook up these rat bodies. Each one providing them a meal. Doink. Yum, yum, yum. And sit around the fire, telling ghost stories all night. And then they're like, well, we got nothing better to do. Let's go down the stairs. And they'll go down. Their marching order will be Mug first, Wrath second, Eska third, and Gabe in the rear, just in case they get attacked from behind. And they start going down the steps. As they do, a fortress emerges from the darkness. The subterranean Citadel, though impressive, seems long forgotten. The lightness windows cracked. I think this is while they're going down these steps, actually. But... if the lightless windows, cracked crenellations, and leading towers are any indication, all is quiet, though a cold breeze blows up from below, bringing with it the scent of dust and a faint trace of rot. Then we'll copy their characters so we can go to the next place, which is over here, I believe. Yeah, there's the stairs leading down into the crumbled courtyard. The narrow stairs empty into a small courtyard, apparently the top of what was once a crenellated battlement. The buried citadel has sunk so far into the earth that the battlement is now level with the surrounding floor. That floor stretches away to the north and south, composed of a layer of treacherous, crumbled masonry, which reaches to an unknown depth. To the west looms the surviving structure of what must be the Sunless Citadel. A tower stands on the west side of the courtyard. I'm guessing they mean this tower, or is there like something way over here or something that they can see? I don't know. Well, we made it, Bug says, as he steps forward, foolishly. He was in the lead. And like I said, sometimes things might seem unfair to the players, and they will be. Why is there 2 of everything? Wait, what the hell? There's not just 2, there's like an infinite amount of things. Oh my god. Why did that happen? Okay, I'm gonna refresh. I'm using Jump Gate, which is their new thing, so there's probably gonna be problems. Oh, see, now there's nothing here. Well, let's try again. Paste. No? No, they're not here at all? Okay. Got them back. Just one of them. One version of each, not like 10,000 doppelgangers. It's saying here that this masonry, I guess, is the stuff around here. They decide to like, let's just leave or something. Anyway, and like I said before, Mug immediately sets off this trap. But he gets a chance to first take a successful wisdom perception check to see the trap first. So I'll say that's his saving throw, essentially. I had to refresh everything, so now I have to open up the character sheets again. His perception saving throw. Oh, he made it. Just like, whoa! I think there's a trap here. You need 15 or more. Everyone just kind of looks at each other and like, well, we don't have thieves' tools. Yeah, none of us have thieves' tools. We're not thieves. What do we do then? Well, maybe I can get some of this debris over here and throw it on there. And he does. He goes over there, grabs some debris, comes back, and throws it on the trap, setting the trap off and showing that it's right there. Oh, I guess it's not covering the doorway, but shows where it is. Oh, I put it on the token layer like an idiot. Just put it on the map layer. There. So they see that they saw the trap. There's now a pit there with spikes at the bottom, even though there's not spikes on the bottom of the original. They're like, huh, I'll just go around this trap. Yeah, it's super easy, Mug says. I'll go first. I'm the most heroic of the 4 of us. Nora says sarcastically. And they come into the next place. Oh, actually, maybe they don't. Because there is a goblin skeleton with some equipment down there, and they're like, maybe we should jump down. How about I hold a rope and you climb down, Gabe says, and Gabe takes out a rope. I think he has. Shouldn't just make shit up. Double check, make sure. At least one of these people has to have a rope, right? Oh no, he has a priest pack for some reason. I don't think priests don't get rope. Or they like rope, but it's not, it's not that type of rope. Oh, she has a silk rope. Looks like she has 2 silk ropes. Is that the right type of rope? Okay, yeah, that's 50 feet of rope. Okay. I didn't say this on any of those. So it's like, fine, you can use my rope. Gabe holds it. Mug climbs down to gather up the stuff. But as he does that, a giant rat comes out and sneak attacks him. Give him another perception check on 15 or more. He's not surprised. Not surprised. So everyone roll for initiative again. This rat jumps out of the pit and attacks him. Wrath goes first. Ah, giant rat! She will throw her hand axe. She only has one, so she misses. Oh no, that hits for 6 damage. We get back at the end of battle, so it's down to 1 health. That's easy enough. Gabe's turn. He's just like her, and only has one thing to... Oh, he doesn't have anything to throw, actually. Gabe will ready in action. If the rat jumps out of the pit or anything, he'll hit it. And then the giant rat gets a turn, so it'll attack Mug. But that misses. So Mug's turn, it will attack the rat. It's a scimitar. Missed. Eska, here we go again, she says, and uses... Toll the Dead. The rat gets a wisdom saving throw. Fails. The rat's dead. I'll have to roll for damage and only has 1 health. Okay. And then Mug will find the stuff that was on the goblins, which includes a scimitar and a shield, as well as 23 SP and 4 GP. And Mug will take all of that. This includes a shield, which will help. It's 23 silver, 4 gold. I'll just stop there, actually. Thanks for watching, and good luck, and good gaming.